Well, hi, I'm Van, and behind the camera is...
I'm Jane.
And we're known as the Backyard Carpenters. We're building a table out of scrap material. And the shelf material is actually the form that we use for the concrete addition that we put on the side of the house. But anyway, we're through that. So I scrubbed the boards down and now they're on the shelf. Now what we're trying to decide is, do we want to put these little decorative moldings? So I'm wondering what Jane thinks about. Alright, I'm going to see if it'll just stay. There you go. See what you think.
Yep, I think that finishes it off.
Should we put a piece across here? Put a piece across here. No. So, alright, so what I'm
not sure.
Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm actually doing these with brad nails. Alright, and Jane is having to step over all the extension cords and air hoses.
It's a little obstacle course.
Here we go. This is a brad nailer, alright, and I'm using 1 3/4 brads, alright. Let me show you what the brads look like. Alright, these are the brads, alright, and they load inside here. You release that switch right there, and they load like that. See, these are brads. They're not finished nails, they're brads. They're much smaller than a finished nail. So now I'm doing this front piece, keeping my fingers out of the way.
Please do.
Which is safety, safety, safety. Notice all my garb today, since I'm cutting treated material, I'm wearing my face protection stuff, my safety glasses, and here we go.
And his hat.
Now the next question is...
Notice the t-shirt.
Are we going to put the piece across here like so? I say no.
Okay.
What do you say?
That's fine.
Say no?
No.
No. All right, so we're going to leave it just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Very good.
So, I'm Van.
And I'm Jane, behind the camera.
And we're known as the Backyard Carpenters.
Baby boomers can do. Stay tuned for more fun.
Oh, it's on. Well, hi. I'm Van, one of the Backyard Carpenters. Baby boomers can do. And we're continuing to work on this table that we're going to use to actually hold this removable tray. So when we need to use the tray, it's available. And then when we're not using it, we can bring back, use the table on the back side. And we're going to paint it black because the rest of our stuff on the back porch is painted black. Now, I'm going to introduce a new tool that we hadn't even used it yet. This is an Orbital Sander. It has these pads that just stick on the bottom with a felt. And this is a safety feature that it will not work unless you push down, right? So that's what this is, Orbital Sander. So we're going to be using it on treated material. So with treated material, you got to wear safety features. Glasses, hat, and also I'm going to use my little, Jane calls me the bandit when I wear this, but it's protection, so I am not sucking in the sawdust from this treated material. The material came from the extension that we did on our driveway so I could park my pickup truck. So this is treated material, and we're now recycling or repurposing it. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on and sand and see how it does. Hey, I like it a whole lot. Orbital Sander with 80 grit, which means it's going to take off a lot of material and be able to sand it down, get it smooth, get the excess material that we don't want, and then I'll turn around and paint it black. what I'm trying to do today is beat the rain. So I'm Van, one of the backyard carpenters baby boomers can do. Well, hey, oh, by the way, I'm Van, and I'm just one of the two members of the backyard carpenters baby boomers can do. Now, I got through sanding this down, which made my life so much easier than trying to hand sand it. So with the sander, I was able to really knock down all the material I wanted to remove. Now, it's a matter of using the outdoor blower and just blowing off the material. Oh, by the way, a friend of mine asked me, because we're dealing in 2020, this COVID-19, is that the reason why I'm wearing my breathing protection? And the answer is no. I don't want to suck in any of this dust. So let's use this thing right here to blow this baby off. So that did a quick job on blowing that off. So now all I have to do is get ready to paint it. Hi, I'm Van, one of the parts, or one of the persons, there's two of them, we call ourselves the backyard carpenters baby boomers can do. What I've been doing is working on this table, which actually up top is going to hold a removable tray. I've sanded it down, I've blown it down. Now it's a matter of painting it. Now what I've got is I've got black paint, and I'm going to run over here and get it. So this is just an exterior black paint that I'm using, and I've put on this handy dandy little sprayer handle so I don't get it on me. So it's just a matter now of doing a sweeping motion. When you're spraying spray paint, you want to do a sweeping motion to give you a nice, clean, professional looking paint job. So let's try this. First I got to get my remote out of the way. Thank you. Now, a lot of these have a nozzle that enables you to direct it either to spray like this or spray like that. So, but this one doesn't. So this is real convenient to have this handle on here, so to keep it off yourself and more controllable. So that's how you basically start spraying this table, which is going to be black. Again, this is an exterior satin black that I'm going to be using. And again, I'm protecting by wearing all my protective gear. And no, it has nothing to do with COVID-19. Hey everybody!
Hey everybody!
All right, we've been discussing that we really, after every segment, have to introduce ourselves again. So I'm playing cameraman, and Jane is starting to paint the edges of the tray.
One of my favorite things to do.
And one of her, but anyway, she's going to be painting it black to go along with the table. I cannot tell you how many coats of black paint that I have on the base structure of the table, and now she's starting to paint. Now, Jane, you're using just a black exterior. High gloss.
It's interior, well, it's indoor-outdoor latex, and I always like to paint with latex because that cleans up with soap and water. Where if you use enamel, you have to clean it up with mineral spirits.
Okay.
So this is much easier when.
So what size? You're using. I know you're using a foam brush.
And this is a 2-inch foam brush.
Okay.
And it's going on pretty well. It may just need one coat. And it's going to have a nice gloss.
So it's going to look really good.
It'll really finish.
We've been debating about actually putting the handles back on it. You know, when it's a tray, you pick it up by the handles. But we'll see once she gets it painted. And while she's painting it, you know, we keep talking about we're the backyard carpenters in the backyard, and I'm going to back off to let y'all see that this is our workshop. It's just a tent and some sawhorses. Now, notice on the sawhorses, to level them off, I've had to put like little shims out of 2x4s to level the sawhorses also. Jane's got a nice level area to be able to work on. Alright, so this basically may be the final project. We're going to be going off-site pretty soon, and that's going to be an entirely different creature altogether, and we're going to do better about explaining to y'all about the tools we're using, the techniques we're using, the material we're using as we start on an off-site project. So Jane will continue this, and we'll have one final section of this, and I have finally learned how to edit the various tapes so that we can have one continuous run instead of just a segment at a time. And so I take it something must be biting Jane on the leg now, or she's getting ready to throw the football. I don't know which one it is. But anyway, so we'll do one more video when the finished product is done and the tray is actually on top of the table stand that we made. And we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Well, hey, Jane.
Hi, Van.
Well, we've completed another project and are sitting outside enjoying our glass of tea out of my favorite glass.
Yes, you are. It turned out pretty well.
It did. Now we have a two-purpose in which we got a table for right now, but if we do need the tray, we can take the tray off, and it can hold a lot of stuff. It was a lot of fun making the tray because it's kind of like a collage. So it's hard to believe that our days in the backyard for right now are about to come to an end. Don't worry, we'll be back one day, but we're headed to a bigger and more advanced project in which we're going to have to be really explaining to you guys what we're doing.
All kinds of new tools will be used, so
Yeah,
I'll be learning as much as you will.
there's another one in the mail on the way.
No.
Yeah, we're going to be teaching you guys how to use a wet saw because we're going to be doing some tiling, which I love tiling. But anyway, so much for this project. Jane did a great job painting the edges. I don't know how many coats of black I have on the table itself, but we really enjoyed it, and this way we were able to recycle material. Instead of just throwing it away or burning it, we were able to recycle it. So, I'm Van.
And I'm Jane.
And we are known as the Backyard Carpenters.
Baby Boomers